Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Ooh, look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky this.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb,
Going
bomb,
on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? It's an emergency. I had to get here, had to talk to you lot. I'm literally, you lot, I gotta get out this car, gotta get out of this house and get in my Uber. So we got literally 25 minutes. Don't worry, Joe Blackman will be live today because you have to get your takes off. But I had to talk to you lot, man. I had to get into this. I was going to record this video, edit, and I was like, that all would take way too long. The bomber. I was minding my business. Wife just got back from South Africa. I'm leaving the country. I said, nah, you lot, we got to spend time together. It can't be two ships in the night. You know, they want just, yeah, you go there, I go. Like, it was one of those ones. So I made the decision. I was like, babes, let's just chill. Nothing's going to happen tonight. Like, Joe's playing, Joe's doing Viva, like we're all good, like everything's blessed. Only to see the maddest news, bro. And I've got so much to say about it, and I can't wait to hear what you lot think about it. When I'm in the car after Joe, when I'm in the car on the way, I'm listening in, yeah, because I need to hear what you have to say. I wish I was gonna be with you lot today to get into this one, but it is what it is. This is literally monologue yapper, but then I got so many thoughts and a lot of ways to break this one down, but let's just start with the news in it. Breaking news, Marcus Rashford, the statement that, let's be fair, I was expecting Rashford to say something in it for it to be over. Let's be real. So let's go back and it begins here. Oh, no, that's not the one. Well, I'll read all of them. Anyway, Henry Winter. Marcus Rashford on the derby. It's disheartening to be left out the derby, but it's happened. We won the game, so let's move on. It's disappointing, but I'm also someone, I've got older, I can deal with setbacks. What I'm going to do about it, sit and cry about it, or do my best next time I'm available. So that's a decent quote. It's a decent quote, but there's more. Here we go. Marcus Rashford asks whether he's staying or leaving. For me personally, I think I'm ready for a new challenge and the next steps. When I leave, it's going to be no hard feelings. And big up to you for just on that. You're not going to have any negative comments from me about Man United. That's me as a person. If I know the situation is already bad, I'm not going to make it worse. I've seen how other players have left in the past, and I don't want to be that person. When I leave, I'll make a statement, and it will be from me. There you go, solid. So any more? Marcus Rashford. I'm halfway through my career. I don't expect my peak to be now. I've had 9 years so far in the Premier League, and that's taught me a lot. That helps me grow as a player, as a person, so I don't have regrets from the 9 years. I won't have any regrets going forward because I take things day by day. And sometimes bad things happen. Sometimes good things happen. I just try to find a balance. The best is yet to come, 100%. That's my mentality. Let's go. Will you always be a Red? Yes, 100%, 100%. Now, where do we go? Where do we go with that one? Simple as it's real simple when you break this one down and what's happened here, right? Rashi, I honestly believe that this wasn't a surprise to the club. This is the rollout. Soon as Rashi was left out of that game and was training in Carrington, Rashi made up his mind. There was 2 games that he didn't start, and the raised eyebrows were there. It's like, wait a minute. I don't start against Arsenal. Are you mad? But he can't say that because it's Amorim era. Like, we should understand everybody can get it. As soon as Dan Ashworth was escorted out of the building, we should have all got our minds in order to understand everything is changing. For as soon as Dan Ashworth was told to leave the room, everyone should have just sat up and said, raw. Because the club, Sir Jim, and them man there, Wilcox, they chased him. They made a decision. They were like, we want this guy. Then they quickly realized this guy's not fit for purpose. But if they're happy to say about that guy, like, that's the person that's supposed to be the plan, strategy, the whole way this club's going forward. And they said, see you later. Already, from when you see that, whenever you see that, you're like, that's gotta move people. It has to. If I'm a player, now I'm saying this is not the same club that I was once at. Woodward has been a lot of rubbish. Arnold and Murto and stuff. They've always been here. They've been here throughout the years of the Glazers, and they've just got these little promotions. Promotion. As soon as they cancel Christmas parties, got rid of, they've been doing slashes, cutbacks. They've been getting crazy. Soon as that happened, we knew what time it was. Their whole game, different. The whole game of this club has shifted. Yeah? The owner coming to games, dramatic shift in just the organization. A player has to look at that and say, okay. But then where it was the telling moment is, Garnacho's playing ahead of me. Why? He now says, I can play the left-hand side. His thing is, I can play 3 positions. I played many different positions for the club. Good morning. I played many different positions for the club, but left-hand side is where I'm at. So talking about where he finds himself. Our manager quickly realized, very quickly, Rashford's no striker for Man United. Back to goal, running in behind, fighting, challenging for the ball the way he should do. I'm not getting that. So he said, look, that's your position. I can't turn you into a wing back. And listen, me and them Rashi coins, down the drain. Down the Ross drain. Like, Ahmad is clear. That one is done. We're not even talking about Ahmad right now. I'm talking about the player that's in his way. Mason Mount, Garnacho. That's peak. Mason Mount and Garnacho being your way. Mason Mount, who's broken biscuit settings. Garnacho, who again is, hopefully he's not getting down the same road as Rashford. But then that was a telling sign. So you miss those 2 games and you say, well, it's not a fitness thing. They've just made these decisions. And that from there, Rashford's already kind of feeling away. Now you have this week, and they played down this week. But this week was bigger than I think anyone ever could imagine. Because the club comes out and says, well, how are we going to deliver this? Keep his value, but kind of be like, we're open to offers. Let's see the interest of a light fire sale. When the club say, we're willing to let him go on loan in January with the hopes to buy at the end of the season, fam, something has happened. It is clear. It could have been a strong word. A strong word could have taken place. And they managed it well, but then, brother, and I told you why you're not playing for me. You don't play with the intensity I'm looking for. Yes, you love Man United and this has been your club and you're a boyhood. And then after the club just said, look, while you're not probably for me, this is my speculation, how I feel about things. While you're not particularly for us and you're not really fitting my system, and at the moment, I can't promise you a starting position, because I think that was the conversation really at first. You're not going to start here for me in your current form. It's going to take severe levels of fight. That's what it's going to take. Rashi has to say to himself, well, this ain't for me. He sees himself on the level of, he doesn't do so many interviews. It's on the kind of level of, well, how they try to manage it, like a LeBron type situation. LeBron doesn't always talk much, and when he does, it's valuable. The only problem is LeBron James is the pinnacle, the top. And Rashford, while he had a LeBron James-esque moment in terms of feeding the kids and Obama and all this other stuff, like it was more that political stuff that he did, and then what he's gone through, he hasn't hit the heights of a LeBron in sport. Are you with me? So there's an imbalance in his brand and who he is as an actual player. And I think that's something that they've really got wrong or got twisted. And maybe the wake-up calls happening, drop from the England squad. It's been progressively worse over time. And he has to almost rescue his career again. And if you're going to be a bit part player, my time to leave is now. Who can we get in? Who do we trust? Rashford goes back to a school. Henry Winter's there. And they say, look, this is how we're going to do it. Take it. This is better than Piers. This is no Piers Morgan. I believe this was a club decision. I believe Rashford is going in Jan. He said he likes Spain, like Italy. We'll see where he ends up. I wouldn't put it past an English club like an Arsenal. I know they need some options. Would they go in? I don't know if they've meet their loan quota and stuff, but they can get rid of someone to bring in a player like Rashford. It makes the most sense in the world. Like Rashford gets his career back online. I would love him to end up in Spain or in Italy, Germany. I would love those types of move for him. We just don't know. The interest, there's nothing coming from PSG at the moment, apparently. But the club is basically saying, it's over now. You don't put this statement out if you're not trying to, the transfer window opens up, 15 days? You're not going this hard and putting a statement out like this if you're not heading in this way. You know, get in school, Christmas settings, and then breaking news like this. As Marcus Rashford, nobody at his club is foolish. Nobody was like, oh my God, I can't believe he's done that. They've produced this. And I'm behind it. That's the truth. The honest fact of the matter is, I'm honestly behind this move, really. Like, I think it's smart. It's intelligent. It is. Like, I would love him to go to Barca. That would be the best thing in the world. But yeah, I just think this is intelligent. You don't want soaking Rashford. I was trying to tell you lot before, like, I don't want to see Rashford on the bench, hood up, pissed off. I don't want to see that. Like, it'll be a shambles, it'll be a shame, you know, a player of that who's meant a lot to the Man United fan base to go out in that fashion, you know, just Donny van der Beek settings. Not at all. Like, I think they've managed this, I'm going to say, perfectly, really. This has been planned by the club. It's no surprise to them. Rashford now, like, will have his moments and then he's gone. Literally, that's what it's going to be. And you know what? My club is moving. Correct. This is Barada. Barada's what? Omar is involved in this. Omar, them man there, this is not a surprise to Man United. No way. Anyone that thinks they looked at that and was surprised. Look how they've rolled out the information. Any player can leave. Rashi's been told he can leave. This is before the derby. There was all this lead up. And then now we are finally here of this thing's done. Like, I'll see what you lot are saying in the chat as well. They're broke. Barca are broke as well. But listen, if we need to go and get, and we're supposed to be getting Napan or something, hold that KG. RY9, nah, I'm all right. It's not even a hold that. Yes, this is live. Yes, this is live. Oh, they want me to be hurting. I'm not hurting. This is one of those situations where, like, we had to come to this. As a Man United fan, and Rashford really being a product of the youth academy, how can I be mad? He's come in, he's won trophies, he's there's been really good moments. And now we're going into the tail end of the Rashford story. But then leaving the club properly is what you want. Dean Henderson did better. I saw him on a podcast the other day and was talking about David De Gea and stuff, and he didn't seem as arrogant. And it's just, you don't want your players to leave talking shit about your club. Simple as that. You don't want that. You don't want players to leave the club with, and it feels like a negative end. This feels kind of mutual. Like, while we've reached that space, and we've reached the end of this relationship. I wish you well. Type vibes. Rashi coins getting to 0. Absolutely. Big up everyone. I need someone to Photoshop Omar Barada onto Omar from the wire. No one is safe. There you go. Apparently it's cordial, but you should hold that, KG. So hold that. Yeah, no, you know what? How dare I not try to hold that? The likes aren't liking. You lot hit the like button, man. I'll really appreciate that. That'd be dope. I set a goal of 5 supers. We'll see what happens in it. I don't know. I've got like another 10 minutes before I've got to get out of here. Yeah, man. I can't. It's mad though to think that it's just over. But then now Rashi's post makes a lot of sense. That's someone that, because Garnacho's probably still in his feelings about this. Garnacho's probably in his feelings about being dropped from the derby. He didn't feel good. They sent them, man, Sunday morning. They said, still thinking of your LeBron. No, I promise you, that's from them. That's from the Rashford team. I'm not saying that he's LeBron. They believe that. They say the reason why they don't do loads of interviews is purely that. That's literally the playbook of them lot. And I always think that's insanity. That's why look where he places himself. Look at the interviews he has done in the places where he could go. He could go to Rio, could go to all these people. Bro, he was on the shop with LeBron. When he does go to America, it's floor seats, big drip. Like, he's not, he believes, like, think about the moments you've seen him play as Tribune. He go to these exclusive places. Not like he ain't calling. I watched when Rashid did a post-match interview, I was shocked. I said, huh? When have we seen that? Yeah, I know he's never been that guy. They're moving mad, but I'm just saying that is how they see it. And that's why he does move about with that super exclusivity. But under this manager's saying, bro, like, I have no interest in that. Look at how our manager acted. Actually, when you put it together, look at how our manager acted when Ed Sheeran came over. Nah, not interested. Actually, I'm not interested. Yep, you're a big star. No. And then look how he acted when he was on the Man United tour with the players and fans and the African guys. Like, oh my God, yes, we are so happy. We love you. It's a different man. The humility is what our manager's leading with, purely. And unfortunately, we have 2 players that are a bit big for their boots. We have 2 players that are clearly like Garnacho, that's what they call him. Garnacho is crazy still. I don't want him to go down that route. Garnacho feel like he's that guy. Yeah, he does. He's got that energy of, look, it's me, I'm who I am, and rare, like big Sue type celebrations. Yeah. And then Rashford is on another plane when it comes to where he sees himself. And it's not working. When a manager dropped the Kendrick verse, I hate the way you dress, I hate the way you eat, I hate the way you speak. Like, that's mad. Like, yeah. As soon as he saw that, we knew what time it is. And then someone asked on the show the other day, what was the bar they said? It was really cool, actually. Someone said, let's get this right. What players, like, in the lack of humility, or like, what's the prima donnas left in the squad? And I can't find them. I don't think you lot can add. Why people want to add Bruno to the list of prima donnas? Now, just being on pre-season and just the way Bruno moves, yeah, is different. It is different. The first guy everywhere, last guy to leave type vibe. Onana's on that, but then he makes time for the fans, for the kids, for whoever. Bruno will run his socks off. Bruno's played a bunch of different positions. You haven't heard him complain. He's a 10. Bruno, go and play out on the left. Bruno, go play on the right. Bruno, play deep. Yeah, you might not like him, and he does all that gesticulating and stuff. But then when it actually does come down to it, you see that this guy works and shows up all the time for the team. So I think it's even almost disrespectful to link. We are three more super chats to go, people. Bruno is completely different. I always kind of felt uncomfortable when people would add his name, or like, obviously when Said would say That's one more player that needs to lead this club, and then we'll win something. And it's like, mate, I think you got this Bruno thing all wrong. Why we haven't liked, like, I think he was used wrong. Now under Amorim, have you not seen Bruno spamming crosses? Yes, there's decision makings, like he makes a few, like the one against Nottingham Forest. He has that little brain fart at moments, but Bruno has been way more economical, way more in this team under Amorim. Like we've seen, and we're starting to see the Bruno that was, I don't want to just call him a stat padder, but we're getting that Bruno that affects the game. He does something in the game that's important. And we know, like, when you take him off, we don't have the same. This completely different situation from Bruno ain't that guy. That's for you. That's for you. I hear it. But I'm just saying, me personally, what I've seen from Bruno and how he moves, I don't believe the prima donnas are in his team anymore. I don't believe it. Like, well, in terms of in that starting lineup the other day. Now, Garnacho, he's young enough to be molded, because he can still mold the kid into what you're looking for, the model professional. And you have to keep all of these players' feet on the ground, because so the other day I was like, you know what? Just give the number 7 shirt to Ahmad. And Ahmad just said he's a chill guy, he's cool. I hope Ahmad will never lose his mind. Like, I hope he will be able to deal with the heights, because Rashford, when he came on the scene, let's remember the journey of Rashford. Rashford came onto the scene with the right attitude, the actually impeccable attitude. If we're being real, look at the other kids that fell by the wayside. We know what happened to Greenwood. We know what happened to other players, that Januzaj that got gassed, and there's so many players. Rashford, literally, you remember that career mode on the story mode on one of the Fevers? Yeah, that was the Rashford story. Someone gets injured. Remember the first time they done story mode, it was the Rashford story. He came on, scored this goal, scored again, scored against Arsenal. Then you're in a team and your life's just going. Rashford was literally like that rise, and how he did it, and to stay grounded, he did excellently. It was an excellent run. And then after, I would say, with the culture and how the club and the elder statesman, he became the elder statesman of nonsense. Let's be real. The journey. He became the elder statesman at this club of bullcrap. Really, this club has been in its worst iteration of itself. This is what happened at this club. And unfortunately, that's why you can see Rashford leaving Carrington, eyes on the clock, 3 more minutes. You can see Rashford leaving Carrington in the wicked whip, Uggs on, Robon. But then, imagine the journey this player goes on. It's actually incredible that he's got to this point, and the England thing happened, injuries, and then different managers and stuff, and it just fell to crap, and then he started believing in himself. He takes on a government, and then it all goes crazy. Rashford has a big part to play in this, but then the journey's been interesting. It has been, out of a lot of players that have reached his pinnacle, and at Man United, he's done somewhat well. Let's give him some credit. And we're gonna have to understand, with these new players coming up, we have to manage them the same way. Cobby, everyone's just gotta be chill. Everyone's gotta be chill, man. Anyway, people, I gotta go catch a flight. I'm on the way to Saudi. I'll read one more super chat and it would have hit the goal, to be honest. But let me read these supers now anyway. Here we go. George says, big up everyone. Big up to you. Lee says, it's a damning indictment that a 39-year-old Portuguese coach has had to finally set standards at the biggest club in England. What a mess we've been in. Yeah. Safe travels, bro. Also, hold that. Here you go. Rashford, it was good until it wasn't good anymore. He was the post-Fergie star boy. The star just ran out. It's his time to go now. Yeah, well, listen, man. Rashford will always get a cheer from me. Hopefully he doesn't go to Arsenal. We made it. New fan to United. First game I ever seen was the FA Cup versus Liverpool. KG been my favorite United creator. Hope to meet ya if I ever make it to England. Listen, I hope that happens as well. But I don't know where you are. If you're in America on one of the pre-seasons, I'll see you then, bro. But yeah, big up, man. You joined at a good time because I feel like this club's turning itself around. People, thank you for watching this morning. I'm gonna be locked in. I'll be in the car listening to Flex and the man them. Everyone, stay blessed. I know the likes ain't probably liking, but we made it. Oh, sugar, have I got another super? Jeez. Rashi has given us his ass to kiss since that 30-goal season. It's all been downhill from there. He couldn't ask to perform. He can't be asked to run or just play for the team. We overpaid, not for talent, but for ego boost. Yeah, it's mad. Listen, I don't want to be late. Safe travels. Thank you so much. I promised in the goal thing. All right. See you lot later. Have a nice one. Shout out Joe. You lot. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Peace.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky this.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb.
Going on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.